In Mindset, the New Psychology of Success, Carol S. Dweck examines two opposing views of the world a person may have. Or as she puts it, two different mindsets. These two mindsets are a fixed mindset and a growth mindset. The mindset that you choose for yourself can have a deep impact on the way you lead your life. A person with a fixed mindset believes that they are born with certain innate qualities, which allow them to succeed. They may view their success in life as a result of having a high IQ, special talents or natural abilities. These are gifts which they have been endowed with that make them stand out or better than others. On the other hand, a person with a growth mindset believes that people can develop their abilities, instead of being an end in itself. What one is born with is simply a starting point. Intelligence, abilities and temperaments can all be developed through effort, applying the right strategies, and the aid of others. Here are 3 takeaways from Carol Dweck's book Mindset, The New Psychology of Success. How can you distinguish between a fixed and a growth mindset? One way is by examining how a person responds to challenges. When faced with a challenging situation, a person with a fixed mindset would try to avoid it, or make excuses why they are not successful in completing the task. This comes about because people with fixed mindsets feel the need to constantly prove themselves. They may believe that they are superior to others, or alternatively are worried they can't compare up to others. Failure to live up to their own perception of themselves makes them uncomfortable. Therefore, they have a strong aversion to making mistakes or being seen to be wrong. Actions like avoidance, excuses or blaming others reveal fixed mindset thinking. When placed into a similar situation, a person with a growth mindset would relish the challenge. A growth mindset perceives uncharted waters as opportunities to learn. Should they fail, they would simply pick themselves up and search for new ways to overcome the challenge. A growth mindset believes that repeated efforts can eventually lead to success. In other words, a growth mindset thrives on challenges. Another difference between a fixed mindset and a growth mindset is in the attitude towards learning and what makes a person feel accomplished. A person with a fixed mindset finds joy in doing something flawlessly. This is well until the day he or she is unable to live up to his or her personal expectations of his or herself. It can lead to disappointment or feelings of stress. In contrast, a person with a growth mindset finds joy from learning from his or her failures. This is the hallmark of someone who is continually on the lookout for ways to grow. Even when things don't go as planned, they can still adopt a positive attitude and try again. The difference in learning attitudes apply at school, at work, to those in a leadership role, and in personal relationships too. How a person responds to challenging situations can clue you in on the type of mindset he or she has. In reality, most people are a combination of fixed and growth mindsets. Sometimes, the growth mindset comes to the fore, while at other times, the fixed mindset gets applied. Shifting the needle more towards a growth mindset is not a one-time affair. Instead, it is a continuous process. Dweck describes it as a journey. And if a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, the first step is to recognize and acknowledge your fixed mindset. This sets us on the right path to developing our growth mindset. Next is to become aware of what triggers the fixed mindset. In what type of situations do you tell yourself, "I just want to give up," or "I'll never be good enough"? How do you react in the face of criticism or disagreement? Recognizing these triggers will allow you to identify when your fixed mindset persona is most likely to show up. Dweck recommends giving your fixed mindset persona a name. Doing so externalizes the fixed mindset persona. Finally, when the persona does show up, educate it on the value of a growth mindset. In other words, remind the persona that taking on challenges or learning from failures can help you gain a better outlook on life. By educating our fixed mindset persona, we reinforce the value of a growth mindset and will be inclined to change our behavior. Repeating these steps consistently will lead you down the path of a growth mindset. For those who are in a position to coach others, whether as a parent, a teacher, or even a business leader. Our words and actions can influence the type of mindset that develops in those whom we influence. The messages that we send can either be fixed mindset messages or growth mindset messages. Examples of fixed mindset messages are those which reinforce the receiver's self-worth in the form of achievements. Phrases like, "You're so smart," or "That was an amazing idea," while good intention, can reinforce the receiver's need to seek constant validation and make them fearful of making mistakes. Growth mindset messages, on the other hand, praise the person's processes and efforts. It reinforces the belief that they have the capacity to grow and fosters that growth. Growth mindset praise acknowledges the work that has been put in and the choices made. It is about praising the overall process, which includes their hard work, focus, as well as how they have learned and adapted strategies to overcome challenges. To nurture a growth mindset in others, be mindful of the type of behavior your words reinforce in the receiver. Does it encourage them to fall back on their abilities, or does it encourage them to keep striving to grow, even in difficult circumstances? To recap, here are the 3 takeaways we have discussed from Mindset: The New Psychology of Success. Fixed and growth mindsets can be identified by how one responds to challenges. When faced with a difficult situation, a fixed mindset response is to shy away or assign blame. On the other hand, a growth mindset thrives when faced with challenges and relishes them as opportunities to learn and grow. Secondly, fostering a growth mindset is not a one-time effort, it is a continuous journey. Everyone has a mix of fixed and growth mindsets. Start by acknowledging your fixed mindset and learn to recognize situations which trigger it off. Then, teach your fixed mindset persona to approach each challenge as a growth opportunity. Lastly, we can help develop a growth mindset in others. It begins by believing in others' potential and giving them encouragement when they take efforts in the face of challenges. These are just some of the lessons that can be learned from the book Mindset by Carol Dweck. Bear these in mind if you wish to develop your own personal growth mindset.